So Tom, what have you caught today along with Adam?
Well, I have in fact caught an enormous grouper, which you can see right here. They are beautiful, huge creatures, and sadly they're actually being harder to find in the oceans because of pollution. But they were once considered a huge delicacy, and they still are actually. But they're found a lot in the Caribbean, as well as a lot of other places.
So Adam, what would you say makes this fish so interesting, in your opinion?
The fact is, this is a very large fish. These are very hard to come by nowadays because fish have shorter lifespans because of pollution in the oceans. Human interference, the boats, the overfishing makes their lives much shorter than normally would be without us.
Yeah, and humans also like to catch these huge ones, which are called Goliath groupers, and use them as trophies, which also increases their extinction
Which
possibilities.
decreases their...
Here we have an interesting fish specimen that seems to blend in with this coral over here. The camouflage and ability helps it to protect itself from predators and also to ambush its prey in the ocean.
The same thing goes for the seahorses, which may be a little bit harder to spot around here.
The seahorse is a unique fish because the males give birth and carry the babies in their stomach. Seahorses are good at camouflaging to protect themselves from predators.
Very much looks like a bunch of leaves fall into the bottom of the ocean. But in fact, it is a seahorse. Very beautiful creature. This is the North Atlantic whale. It is a mammal and it used to walk on land a long time ago. It eventually ventured back into the water and evolved to live there permanently. Whales have large amounts of blubber in order to insulate themselves for deep water dives. For example, the sperm whale dives deep into the oceans in order to hunt giant squid, and it uses a specialized sound cannon from its skull to daze the giant squid while it tries to eat it.
And they're actually the most endangered large whales in the world, so it's something we have to watch out for, yeah. Also heard a lot by. Okay, so here we have a lot of echinoderms and some bivalves and also some other creatures.
Pick one up.
Adam.
We have a trio here. Bivalves. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out.
Pull all the way out.
Actually, it's slipping out of my hand right now. Very interesting creatures. They make their own shells with the soft tissue underneath. Looks like they have a couple of barnacles attached to them too.
Alright.
Got to put this back in its home.
And here we have a sea star. And so you can see right here, it has the five-pointed shape and the center part. And it takes in water right here to power its hydrovascular system.
Flip it over.
You turn it over, and you can see all the little tube feet. If you look at it carefully, then you can see them moving a little bit, especially in the center, where its mouth is.
Echinoderms include sea cucumbers, starfish, and sea urchins. They have an amazing water vascular system, overlapping internal shell plates, external spiny plates that link together to make the skin similar to chainmail. They have radial symmetry, and they can regenerate any lost or damaged body part as long as the central disc is mostly intact. This is a bivalve, a scallop, and they use their muscles to open and close the shell.
It's actually opening its mouth right now, and now it closes.
Put him back in.
Yeah.
Although they may look fearsome, horseshoe crabs only use their tails when they have to flip themselves over after something like a big wave hits them. They also have very basic eyes around the edges of the shells to help them detect light. Horseshoe crabs are descendants of the ancient and now extinct trilobites. The horseshoe crab is in the arachnid family. Its tough outer shell and brown color help to protect and camouflage itself against the predators from above.
Like sticking out as it tries to put food in its mouth because it can't really see, so it just shovels
I can
everything.
actually turn it for you
Oh, sure.
if you want to, but I won't turn it for very long, so be ready with your camera.
Yeah.
So do get stressed out a bit when we do that, so you can see the animal.
Oh wow, interesting.
It's a live horseshoe crab right there.
Yeah. Just as long as you
Okay.
need to, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
We're fine. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
So there are also some hermit crabs right here.
Nice.
Yeah, the hermit crabs are cool. I like these guys.
Don't like them, they pinch.
No, hardly feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can touch the hermit crabs, just keep it in the water. Or I can give you a little container. What's that?
Nice.
Okay, so we see here the fish, and right now it's swimming around randomly, but because it has fins, it can go into currents and swim into currents. So we'll see an example of that in a moment. So apparently fish do like to go into the currents.
And they use their dorsal and pectoral fins as well as their hind fins. So they use basically all their fins to help maintain balance while they are being pushed and pulled by current.
Tom, can you tell me what this button is over here?
This button here will make a current flow down from this direction and go against the fish, and all of them will just swim into it. It's very interesting to see.
Let's try it. Press the button, Tom. As you can see, the fish is swimming.
At first, they are swimming away.
First they swim away, but now, because of their fins, they're able to stabilize and swim against the current. Just like this.
We are standing in front of a fairly large tank of fish.
So
We got some beautiful specimens here, as Tom will go into detail about.
Yeah, so right now we're looking at a representation of the waters of Maine. So there's all sorts of things, lots of cnidaria and fish. But what's most interesting is this is actually an orange-footed cucumber right there, so a sea cucumber. There's a few of them. And they're crawling over the place, so...
There's also some starfish down here too.
Yeah.
Starfish use tube feet to move around in the water vascular system to get oxygen into its body and to move. The water vascular system allows the starfish to create suction on its tube feet, which make them very strong and stable. These powerful tube feet are used to open up bivalves such as mussels and clams for food consumption. Once the shell of their bivalve prey is open, the sea stars can spit out their stomachs to externally digest their food and then suck it up like soup. Sea urchins are like balled up sea stars with longer spines on their skin. And this is they are hard to grab and open up by predators such as crabs. They eat algae and attached organisms. Sea urchins can devastate the algae population.
So as you can see, this fish right here looks like it's gasping for air, but it's actually not. It's making its own water current to flow through its gills, so it can breathe much better and use a little bit more chemical oxygen.
Today we are going to look at some awesome things over here. We have the great horseshoe crab, which has grown to a pretty impressive size.
Also in this tank, we have a flounder over here. This looks like another huge flounder, and as you can see, both of the eyes are on the top of the head, or on the side of the head, but the mouth is still sideways, and the fish just looks like it's swimming sideways. Back there, we also have a winter skate, which is completely white. There's also some crabs over here. Yeah.
Gotta take the photo off. Where? No, barracuda.
Giant sea turtle. And here we have the top, the reef. Lots of interesting coral and life swimming around in here. We also have some big sharks in there as well.
Sharks are important predators in the ocean because they help keep the fish population down so the fish do not deplete the ocean's resources. They are fierce predators and have many rows of sharp teeth, and when teeth are lost, they are regrown quickly. Shown here is the sand tiger shark, which is fairly docile despite its scary appearance. It only eats humans in self-defense.
Here we have a sweet purple fish which we could not identify. We also have here a stingray. The stingray is a cartilaginous fish related to sharks. They live in warm waters. They use their tails exclusively in self-defense. Stingrays feed on mollusks, crustaceans, and occasionally on small fish. Their eyes are on top of their heads, so to catch prey, they use powerful smell and electroreceptors that are similar to sharks. We have some nice... Is that an eel?
Yes, that is an eel.